Can a building really look like a picnic basket or even a giant fish? Welcome to Spin of Facts, where today we uncover 6 jaw-dropping structures that break all the rules of architecture. These aren't just buildings. They're bold statements of creativity, identity, and purpose. From music-themed skyscrapers to buildings shaped like man's best friend, each one will leave you amazed. Stay with us, because the world's wildest buildings are about to blow your mind. Big Basket Building, Newark, Ohio. Nestled along Ohio's State Route 16, the Big Basket Building is one of the most literal and visually striking examples of brand identity brought to life. Towering 7 stories high and spanning 180,000 square feet, this giant architectural basket was once the proud headquarters of the Longaberger Company, makers of handcrafted maple baskets. Completed in 1997, it was designed to replicate the company's medium market basket, complete with 275-ton handles that arched dramatically over the roof. For years, it served as both a workplace and a physical embodiment of the company's ambition. When Longaberger went out of business in 2018, the basket building was left abandoned, standing as a nostalgic relic of a uniquely American dream. Despite several ambitious proposals from luxury hotels to museums, no transformation has materialized. Still, the structure has not faded into obscurity. Instead, it draws crowds and roadside photographers fascinated by its unusual charm and the surreal sight of a colossal basket planted in rural Ohio. Its absurdity captures the imagination and sparks conversation, making it more than just a defunct office. It's a monument to entrepreneurial spirit and creative branding, a structure that dared to be different in a world of concrete boxes. The Big Basket is a rare blend of function, whimsy, and legacy, a slice of roadside Americana that turns heads and inspires smiles, even long after the company behind it has disappeared. Krzywy Domek Crooked House, Sopot, Poland. Situated on the lively Montecasino Street in Sopot, Poland, Crooked House is a visual riddle that captivates both locals and tourists alike. Completed in 2004, this surreal structure looks like a whimsical sketch that leapt off the page into 3 dimensions. With its curving walls, swooping roof lines, and melted facade, it brings to life the artistic visions of Jan Marcin Sancer, a beloved Polish illustrator of fairy tales. Inspired by stories, fantasy, and imagination, this building defies architectural norms. Yet, inside, it functions perfectly well as a shopping and office space. Cafes, boutiques, and businesses operate within the undulating walls, providing a stark contrast between its fairy tale exterior and practical interior. The Crooked House isn't just a quirky design choice, it's a playful challenge to architectural conventions and perceptions of reality. It lures photographers, dreamers, and architecture enthusiasts who marvel at its optical illusions and warped symmetry. The building shifts perspectives and invites viewers to reconsider what's possible in urban design. Unlike any structure around it, Krzywy Dome adds a touch of fantasy to everyday life and blurs the line between dream and reality. This architectural oddity has become a cultural landmark, proving that buildings can be more than brick and mortar. They can be stories in physical form, bending and twisting their way into our imagination and memory. Azerbaijan National Carpet Museum, Beku, Azerbaijan. In the heart of Baku's evolving skyline, one building instantly commands attention, not for its height, but its shape. The Azerbaijan National Carpet Museum looks exactly like a giant rolled-up carpet. This imaginative design, completed in 2014 by Austrian architect Franz Jans, is more than a novelty. It's a proud statement of national heritage. Azerbaijan has long been renowned for its intricate and colorful carpets, and the museum honors this craft both inside and out. From the moment you see its curving form, you're drawn into a cultural journey that spans centuries. Inside, the museum houses over 6,000 carpets and textile artifacts, carefully curated to represent regional styles, historical techniques, and evolving artistry. Visitors can observe traditional weaving demonstrations, explore themed galleries, and even try their hand at carpet making in interactive exhibits. The building's exterior is richly decorated with motifs and textures that echo traditional designs, turning the museum into a 3-dimensional emblem of Azerbaijani pride. Positioned along the Caspian Sea promenade, it provides not just education, but an immersive experience in heritage. The museum is a cultural ambassador, broadcasting Azerbaijan's craftsmanship to the world. By embodying its contents so literally, the structure elevates its purpose, becoming both a vessel for art and a piece of art itself. It invites curiosity, honors legacy, and transforms architecture into storytelling. Fish Building, Hyderabad, India. In a bustling section of Hyderabad, India, an enormous fish appears to swim through the city's skyline, except this one's made of steel and glass. It's the National Fisheries Development Board, NFDB, building. And yes, it's shaped like an actual fish. Completed in 2012, this architectural statement was crafted to celebrate and spotlight India's deep relationship with aquaculture. Designed with shimmering metallic scales, pectoral fins, and a waving tail, the structure mimics a fish mid-swim, glinting under the sun during the day and glowing under lights by night. But it's not just a quirky shell. Inside, the building houses important governmental departments, marine research laboratories, and educational initiatives focused on sustainable fishing practices. The Fish Building boldly breaks from the typical bureaucratic mold and instead embraces symbolism, turning a government office into a landmark. The design is functional yet fantastical, a rare blend in civic architecture. Tourists are often stunned by its realism, sometimes mistaking it for an art installation rather than a working office. Yet for locals and policymakers, it stands as a proud and literal representation of India's dedication to its marine resources. By choosing form over convention, the NFDB made a statement, one that swims upstream, celebrating identity and purpose through bold design and making fisheries not just visible, but iconic. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida. Rising 450 feet into the sky, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, defies conventional hotel design by taking the shape of a towering electric guitar. Nicknamed the Guitar Hotel, this striking architectural marvel opened in 2019 with an estimated cost of $1.5 billion. From its curved glass body to its LED-lit strings that shoot skyward like beams of light, every detail is designed to echo the essence of rock music. It's not just a hotel, it's a full-throttle entertainment experience. With 638 luxurious guest rooms, a sprawling pool complex, upscale restaurants, a high-end spa, and a state-of-the-art 7,000-seat concert venue, the hotel caters to music lovers and luxury travelers alike. Guests can even borrow Fender guitars and jam out in their suites, adding a hands-on musical layer to their stay. The Guitar Hotel is part of the larger Hard Rock brand ecosystem and serves as a magnet for tourists seeking something extraordinary. At night, the LED strings light up in sync with music, turning the building into a towering animated jukebox. Beyond its spectacle, the hotel reflects the power of theme-driven design, combining business, branding, and boldness in one unforgettable structure. It's not just accommodation, it's a concert, a party, and a jaw-dropping visual statement, all in one iconic form. Dog Bark in Cottonwood, Idaho. In the small town of Cottonwood, Idaho, travelers on US Highway 95 are greeted by a sight that's equal parts delightful and bizarre. A 30-foot-tall beagle-shaped bed and breakfast known as the Dog Bark Inn. Affectionately called Sweet Willie, the structure was built in 1997 by chainsaw artists Dennis Sullivan and Francis Conklin as a labor of love and a tribute to canine devotion. The building is instantly recognizable with its long ears, red collar, wagging tail, and a face that radiates welcome. Inside, there's a single guest room filled with dog-themed decor, puzzles, books, and handcrafted wooden sculptures. Visitors would enter through a door in the dog's belly and sleep in the head. Although it stopped operating as a B&B in 2024, Sweet Willie continues to delight passersby and remains a beloved photo op, embodying the spirit of roadside Americana. Unlike most tourist traps, the Dog Bark Inn wasn't built by a marketing firm or corporate brand. It was created by two passionate artists who wanted to bring joy and whimsy to travelers. It's heartfelt, homey, and hilariously oversized. In a world filled with sleek skyscrapers and generic motels, This giant dog stands out as a monument to creativity, individuality, and positively unforgettable charm. And that wraps up our tour of 6 mind-blowing buildings that look like anything but buildings. Whether you're into massive guitars, dog-shaped inns, or curvy fairy tale houses, these designs show just how wild and wonderful architecture can be. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I read every single one. Share this with a friend who needs to see this. Subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, it's worth it.